Ladies and gentlemen, my fierce technicians, and people from Virginia Beach, we are in week 6 of the Alta Cup. And at this point, this competition has eliminated more people than arrests made from the Epstein files. We started with over 230 technicians in this competition and have worked our way down to a whopping 46. 8 still have the bragging rights of 0 losses, sitting comfortably in the winner's bracket. And 38 are in the loser's bracket, harnessing the power of vengeance and hatred to secure the title of Alta Cup champion. There are no easy weeks anymore. There are no participation trophies. Well, except for the prizes, but we're not counting that right now. And there is absolutely no room left on this train for somebody doing 4 stops and calling it a hard day. Sorry, Vegas. This week, we're counting weighted stops per route. This week, the challenge is beautifully simple, yet painfully, simple. How many stops could a tech route run if a tech route did have runs? Welcome to week 6. Before we get into the new challenge, we've got some unfinished business from last week. NPS scores are officially in, and here's how the battlefield looked when the smoke cleared. In the winner's bracket, we have at the top our dog of the week from Tulsa with a score of 100 and a tiebreaker of 94. We'll circle back around to them. Right behind them, Blake Fonts from Waco came in at 100 and tiebreaker of 67. Third, we have Miguel Garcia from Kansas City with 100 and a tiebreaker of 66. Fourth, Dalton Joby-Wan Kenobi from Knoxville with 100 and a tiebreaker of 61. Fifth, Emmanuel Mendoza from Fort Worth with 100 and tiebreaker of 61 as well. Over in the losers bracket, we have Damian Paris from Wichita in first place with 100 and a tiebreaker of 89. Second place, Jorge Zuos from Dallas with 100 and tiebreaker of 83. Third place, Christopher Armstrong from San Antonio with 100 and tiebreaker of 78. Fourth, Mark Herrera from San Antonio with 100 and tiebreaker of 70. And lastly, in 5th place, we have Diego Deloria from OKC with 100 and a tiebreaker of 69. Nice. These scores were tighter than Thank you. Folks, we have a joke here provided by Jason Bavard, our East Coast Regional. Thank you, Jason. All right, here we go. These scores were tighter than the moments we share and the bonds we create when upholding the company's values. Thanks. After the dust settled, 30 technicians were eliminated. The Alta Cup is officially at the point where I know almost everybody's name, and unfortunately for you, that means you're more likely to be targeted by me. Now it's time for the most prestigious award in professional pest control. An award that says, if I died now, my life would be complete. I'm talking about Dog of the Week. Last week, we had a problem. A whole bunch of technicians finished with a perfect 100 NPS score, which is great. But when everybody gets a 100, you'll need to go to Grandma's house to feel special. We had to go to the tiebreaker, and one technician didn't just protect that perfect 100, they backed it up with the highest number of weighted stops as well. Perfect customer satisfaction, while also carrying the biggest load and dropping the biggest loads, like the dog they are. This Dog of the Week didn't just win this challenge, they pretended to take it to the park, got in the truck, and had it neutered. With the perfect score of 100 and tiebreaker of 94 weighted stops, our Dog of the Week is Belicia Hand from Tulsa. Belicia with the intellect of a border collie and the ferocity of a chihuahua. Congratulations, Belicia. We salute you. This has been Dog of the Week.
wanna kill it, then I put them in the dirt. Holy.
Once again, this week, our victors get a choice, because apparently getting free stuff just isn't enough for some people. Let's see what our options are this week for the prize reveal. There we have it, folks. Behind door number 1, we have the fully loaded Yeti bucket. Behind door number 2, we have a shiatsu foot massager, the gift that keeps on giving until the smell becomes unbearable. Now we move into week 6, and this one is going to separate the technicians who run routes from the technicians whose routes run them. Weighted stops per route. We are looking for the technician who can complete the highest average number of stops per route during this challenge period. Just remember, each appointment type holds a different valued weight to it, which means strategizing with your service manager on the best type of route to run this week could be crucial for you. In other words, it's not about the size of your route, it's about how you use it. This week is for the grinders, the route warriors, the people who look at a packed schedule and don't say, "Why me?" They say, "Another one." Because at this point in the tournament, nobody cares what your route looked like Monday morning. We care what it looks like after you finish. And from here on out, every single week gets more important. Every challenge gets tighter. Every mistake gets more expensive. And every technician still standing is one good week away from completely changing this tournament. 46 remain, and by the end of this week, there will be fewer. Let's get to work. I'm Levi Lucas, and I'll see you next time at the Alta Cup Halftime Report.